What's up, guys? Today is February 13th, and we're going to take a date night for Valentine's Day.
Date night.
Instead of doing it tomorrow, we're going to do it today.
Yeah. That's what happens when you have 3 small children.
That's right. And instead of just doing the mundane, we're actually going to fly from Augusta down to Hilton Head and find somewhere to eat.
At 06. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 15 Celsius. Dew point -01 Celsius. Altimeter 29er.
Daniel traffic, Stargate 42, clear runway 29, taxi
Density
runway 29,
altitude
Daniel traffic.
500. Daniel Field, Augusta, Georgia. Automated weather observation 2025 Zulu. Wind 310 at 07.
29, we'll taxi over 29. All right, let's go do a run up real quick. So we're on the way to Hilton Head.
61 Hotel, descendant pilot's discretion, maintain 4,000.
And it's a little bumpy, not too bad.
Senior 9 Golf Sierra, that Skyhawk is 11 o'clock and a mile at a 600 feet off the departure in a 35, turning left crosswind.
But, so anyway, just to kind of tell y'all a little bit about ourselves. We've been married 10 years.
Senior 9 Golf Sierra, Clippies are approaching to Daniel Airport, and there's one target just south of Daniel, looks like on a downwind for 29er, indicates 1,400 feet. Frequency change approved, just report back this frequency to cancel as soon as practical. Cirrus inbound from the southwest IFR.
Busy day today. But anyway, we've been married about 10 years. We've got 3 kids. Yeah, so what you want to start off with?
I don't know.
Well, my background is I worked in the oil and gas industry for a little bit, and then I started a clearing and grading company. Sold that back in March. Started 2 other smaller companies, and kind of I enjoy business. I also enjoy flying. So tell them a little bit about yourself.
I have been a stay-at-home mom for about almost 9 years now. I started my own photography business through being a stay-at-home mom, which has flourished pretty big for me, but it could be bigger, which I'm still working on that. I I enjoyed traveling, so it's a plus that I married a man who flies me around, and I'm looking forward to all of these destination date nights that we are going to share with all of you.
So we kind of sat here and we had, you're always in a relationship trying to find a way to connect, I would say. And I love flying. I do. And I'm in the process of continuing on and getting my commercial pilot's license. So part of that, you've got to build hours. And so we kind of toyed the idea around us going and checking out cool places and making it a...
333 Juliet Sierra, Augusta approach you monitoring.
Making it, kind of fun.
60 Kilo, Contact Jacksonville Center 132.902, Yelp 96.
So the gist of our YouTube channel is going to be that we kind of fly around, pick some cool restaurants, and we'll kind of review the restaurant, and on the way down there we'll kind of talk about our relationship, things that we've went through, and who knows, maybe later on we'll have
number 1 Lima Golf, make it a 195 heading.
Some couples go fly with us.
Been blown a little bit. 195 for 1 Lima Golf, thank you.
And they can give us, their advice. But so yeah, I mean, who knows what the channel will turn into? But we just kind of want to have some fun, record our trips, and maybe people will enjoy it and
experience yummy food.
Yeah, subscribe, and it'll give us a way to kind of connect. And I was a preacher's kid. My parents are still married. I had one sister, and fairly typical growing up. Wasn't like we were super rich or nothing, but I felt like we always had whatever we needed. Your background was, it's a little bit different. I mean,
a lot more drama, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Center Phenom 244 Lima Golf 9.4, climbing 10,000 X ball.
So I mean, I guess
244 Lima Golf.
Tell everybody about what your background is.
Direct to Mo.
Okay.
230 direct Mo for Lima Golf.
Stop talking.
Yeah.
So my mom had me very young.
22022.
She was
0 for Lima Golf.
15 years old, and I didn't meet my biological father till after Britt and I were married. When I was 4, my mom married a man who adopted me and raised me like his own. And him and my mom had another daughter, so I have a sister. They divorced whenever Britt and I had our first child. So they were married for about 20 years. And experiencing your parents' divorce as an adult is a little different than, I guess, when children experience it, but you still do have those times where it does still affect you, even though you weren't in the house with them or anything anymore. So Brent kind of had to experience that with me. And anyway, so I have a lot more going on in my family background than Brent did. We were both in college. We had both failed a English class, so we took it again. But when we took it again, that's when we met. It was the first day of class, and Brent walked right into the classroom and turned the light on while the rest of us were standing waiting for the teacher in the hallway. He just
613 Romeo, contact Charles Road 120.7.
went right in, and everyone kind of followed, and I noticed him instantly. He didn't even see me. So we always joke because I know he didn't notice me. The next day we had class, I made sure I wore something that would catch his attention. And he picks on me because apparently it was a really cold day, like 30 degrees, and I had on a mini skirt with Ugg boots. And he thought I was crazy. But I got his attention and he noticed me the second day of class.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the first day, I mainly remember coming in and a bunch of people just standing outside, and I thought that was so ridiculous that nobody would go inside. So went inside, put the lights on, sat down, and it was literally like probably a couple minutes before y'all are like peeking in, like, are we really supposed to do this? So everybody finally sat down, and I would say, you know, I mean, those first days in classes, you know, anxiety's kind of built up, and I don't know if I really noticed anyone that day, other than maybe the teacher. Now, after that, you know, when you come in there in the short mini skirt, and it's almost,
it wasn't too short.
I mean,
it really wasn't. I wasn't a bad girl.
It was well above your knees.
It was in style. The American Eagle.
Well, just gonna say that yeah, it was
level 230
there we go. I was wondering why we were all off. But it was short, and it was very, very cold. So it was obvious that somebody wanted some attention. Most definitely. So that's kind of how we met, and you know, I pursued her. I had a girlfriend at the time, and I flirted very, very hard, and her deal was she would not go out on a date with me as long as I was dating my girlfriend.
Oh, duh.
Well, true. But, so anyway, the girl, she, I planned a trip to, I like dirt bike racing. I grew up racing dirt bikes. That was something me and my dad always did. And, so anyway, I bought tickets. We had this big event planned. You know, it was going to take my current girlfriend to Supercross. Well, and she knew about this well in advance, and she come to me like the day before, or might have even been like
it was the night before.
And she's like, I've got midterms, I can't go. And I'm like, what? And so I sit there and I think about it for a little bit. I'm like, okay, well, we're over. And she was like, I think that blew her mind that I told her if she was not going to Supercross with me that I was just done with it. I mean, you know, you're in college, it's not like, I don't know, it's a little bit different. You don't care about people's feelings, kind of.
You didn't care about people's feelings at that time in your life.
At that time, yes, I'll agree. So I literally start scrounging. I've got this extra ticket. Actually, it was 3 extra tickets because my roommate was dating one of her friends. And so if the girl wasn't going, they were not going to be going either. So
8331 November.
I'm scrounging up, and Lauren had given my roommate her number. So I literally go through a list of girls that, you know, was friends, and, you know, not girlfriends or anything, but was friends. Like, hey, you want to go to this? You want to go to this? None of them. I mean, it was probably 10 of them. None of them could go.
I didn't know you guys met different girls.
Oh yeah, it was close to 10, maybe 8, more like 8. But so then I'm like, well, what about the girl in class that I always flirt with that kind of blows me off? Maybe she'll go with me now.
Jacksonville Center on 126.12. 2612 is at 371.
So now that I'm broke up with my girlfriend, maybe she'll go. And sure enough, I call you up, and you can kind of tell your side of that story.
Yeah, I had a lot going on that day, actually. I was supposed to do pictures for somebody's birthday party, and I had something else to do. I think I had to babysit. So I decided I was going to be spontaneous, which I normally am not. And not just spontaneous. I think I was spontaneous, and I was inconsiderate of the people that I had already made previous arrangements with, because I totally gave a photography job to a friend who didn't know anything about photography to do. And then I also found someone else to babysit for me, and I just went. And that could have been scary, to be honest. You could have been a killer.
Yeah, I mean, outside of us having a class together.
Yeah, I didn't know you from Adam.
No. And so, I mean, it's Supercross is not like some going out on a date like a dinner date. You know, I mean, it's a little bit different because we left at probably 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, to top it all off, what made it the strangest first date ever is that
yes,
it wasn't just me and him. He had 2 extra tickets, so we went on our first date with his mom and dad.
Yeah, I mean, because I didn't want to let them go to waste, and no one else
31 November. They got the
really wanted to go.
Active out there today, so present position.
I called them up. I was like, hey, you know, I got 2 tickets. Y'all want to go? And
keep you clear.
Yeah, they went. Our first date was with my parents.
Yeah.
Do that?
Definitely not ideal whatsoever.
Get that read back at all.
No offense to them.
No offense,
but I'm not going out of the coast. What's
when you're trying to woo someone, I guess that would not be ideal.
About 12 o'clock.
I mean, when you kind of know, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, people that are like, I guess still kind of dating, because I remember people would tell me that, and I'm like, what are you talking about? You know when you know. Like, no, I need to know what exactly is it that you know, or how you know. And it's hard to explain. I mean, you know, it's kind of like, you kind of, you're ready. I mean, did you feel that way, or was I just a crazy one that was, you know, fell in love and, you know?
Yeah, it was all you.
Well, you can tell your side of it. Everybody wants to know your side of it.
Well, I was the same. Obviously, there was an initial attraction to you, but I had my reservations too. Our first kiss was horrible.
Awful. It was really, really bad.
I didn't let him kiss me again for a week.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Totally 2 different kissing styles.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely. That was really bad. Like, if we based whether we got married or not on our first kiss, we would have never gotten married.
Never.
No. Probably wouldn't have dated anymore if we would have based it on the first kiss. It was really bad.
No, but hey, that just goes to show y'all that, you know, you can't judge a book by its first kiss.
Marriage and relationships has kind of been romanticized so much that in your mind you set these standards to a relationship that just is not real.
Yeah.
Savannah Broad, Baron 831 November, checking in here.
The reason I wanted to talk about this was I remember early on in our marriage, you know, literally probably 2 to 3 months in, we would kind of get in a argument, you know, or disagreement or whatever, fight if you want to call it that way. I mean, it never got, you know, crazy or nothing, but we would have disagreements. And I remember you used to, right early on, we need marriage counseling. Remember that? And she would bring it up all the time. Anytime we would have a little disagreement. And in my opinion, I'm like, okay, this is totally normal. It's 2 people learning how to live with each other. And I'm not going to do everything you want done exactly. You're not doing everything I want done exactly. So we have to verbally get that out. And I think you kind of struggled with that. I mean, do you think you kind of maybe in your mind you had this idea, this philosophy of how a marriage should be?
Yes. Well, I wanted us to have not marriage counseling like we're about to get a divorce, we need counseling to keep us together. It was more like we're new, fresh, baby, you know, couple, married couple. I wanted some insight, some wisdom from, you know, people that have been married for a while to kind of help guide us through those arguments, to help us.
Center 451 Mike, Savannah Pro Teddy here.
Understand, really to learn how to argue the right way, you know? I have a temper. I get very angry. I feel, when I get angry, I almost feel like I'm trapped in that anger, like I can't basically it's almost a temper tantrum. If I have to just be straight honest, I can't get my way. It's not happening my way, and I get real angry, and I have to learn how to be okay with everything not being the way I want it to be, and that's hard. That's hard for anybody, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and you know, I kind of viewed it just as it's growing pain, you know, and I used to get frustrated. I really did. Like, when you would bring it up, and I'm like, is she really, because, you know, when you're telling me this as a man, the way I'm taking it is that you're telling me that we have major problems. You know, it would offend me, you know, because I'm thinking, why we don't have this big of a problem, you know? So what is this woman talking about that we need to have marriage counseling?
6F327, Sanford Twitter contact,
you know, I think that
10,000.
a lot of men are hesitant to do that, to you know, have marriage counseling because of that reason.
Well, it makes you feel like a failure.
Yeah, I mean, and
approach Diamond 388 Lima Alpha at 7,000 with
looking back on it, I think you could have worded it a little bit better. And you know, you're figuring each other out. You know,
can I do the RNAV to 28?
Everybody communicates differently.
You can expect that 8
I mean, especially a man and a woman
Sorry,
communicate
there's a fuzz.
totally different. But you know,
Yeah.
which I did give in. I remember there was a couple in our church, Dave and Ashley Willis. Hey, Dave and Ashley, if y'all are watching this.
Yeah,
but,
and they have now grown to be like the marriage people to seek out if you need any kind of help. They're awesome.
Yeah, this was back in
327
2012, 2013.
2.902.
We had them over, I think we fixed spaghetti or something, you know.
We had couches that belonged to my Nana that had, like,
Go ahead.
they were old leather couches, but the leather was cut, the fluff was coming out,
Sounds good, too. Hang off.
and we had them over for dinner.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we were renting a house. I think I was working at FedEx. You know, we did not have money at all, you know. So those couches were good to us because it's better than sitting on the floor.
But it was very kind that they took time out of their day to come and just sit with us and eat with us. And
totally, they were just down to earth, just normal. They listened to us, you know, and kind of gave us a little bit of advice, you know, whichever way. But I think more than anything, they kind of made us feel like it was normal.
yes, so we were going to be okay.
Yeah, and I think early on that's definitely something unique in your marriage, because you aren't, you know, when it's your first time, you don't know what's right, what's wrong. You see your parents, and whether they got divorced or not, you don't know how your relationship and what it should feel like, you know, because you don't know what your mom was feeling like or your dad was feeling like, you know.
Right.
So, you know, I was reserved against it, but I think it gave you a lot of peace of mind.
It did.
Savannah departure.
Airport posture 12 to 1 o'clock, 10 miles.
All right, we got a Hilton Head in sight. It's 2 Golf Kilo.
2 Golf Kilo, Roger. Radar service terminated. Contact Hilton Head Tower, 118.907.
1897 for Tower. Have a good one, 2 Golf Kilo.
Beautiful.
But before we call up Tower, comment, share it, whatever you can do. Let us know. Give us some honest feedback on if you liked it, didn't like it, whatever. And we'll see you next time.
really, really good.
It was really good. We started out with the crab cake for our appetizer, which there was plenty of other really good ones to pick from.
Yep.
But we chose the crab cake. I always love a good crab cake, and you would think when you get a crab cake as an appetizer, maybe you get like 2 or 3 small ones, but we got one big crab cake with this aioli sauce and some like cabbage with it. Oh, so good.
Very good.
Very, very good.
And you got the, like, I guess you would call it like the low country bowl.
That was shrimp, no
Yeah.
crab legs, which I'm always down for some crab legs, but I just decided tonight I'll stick with shrimp.
I mean, the shrimp that you got were, you normally don't like big shrimp.
I don't like big shrimp.
And these were big.
Yeah, it's
These
a
were really
texture thing for me because I don't like scallops. I feel like big shrimp and scallops have that same texture, kind of.
Yeah.
So, but I was surprised. I really liked them, and the cocktail sauce was.
Oh my gosh, the cocktail sauce was amazing. It was really, really good. Because if you don't like horseradish, you're not going to like the cocktail sauce because it's very, very strong horseradish.
Yeah.
And I, for one, I love that kick to it, and that was good.
Oh yeah.
And then I had the Parmesan crusted grouper, super tender, and then I had like a lemon cream sauce on top of it. It was very good. Mashed potatoes.
The fish was so fresh tasting.
Yeah. And just like your shrimp, like you could literally almost taste the ocean in it.
Yeah.
Like you knew it wasn't this frozen stuff. Like they were caught today, yesterday, sometime this weekend.
Yeah.
And they were cooked.
They were so good.
I mean, you could tell the difference.
Yeah.
But
Fishcamp is definitely a must-go-to if you're in the Hilton Head area.
if you come down to Hilton Head, try out Fishcamp. Even the staff, they were great. Manager came by, she talked to us, and the views. Like, we didn't realize
Perfect sunset.
Yeah, like beautiful sunset. But you also they've got their own dock, and they actually have some tables out there.
Well, and it's February. I wasn't expecting to be sitting outside tonight because it's kind of chilly today. It's like 50 something.
Yeah.
But they had built-in heaters outside on the porch. So you walk out there to sit down and you feel like you're inside. It was toasty. It felt perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Took my jacket off, and as soon as I walked off of the deck to go down the dock, I put my jacket back on because you can definitely feel the difference.
Yeah. But if you come springtime, summertime, see if you can be seated on the dock. I mean, they had tables out there, and you are literally on the water on their dock. So, and if they don't let you, you can at least sit on the deck outside. I mean, you still got amazing views. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we didn't even talk about desserts.
Oh, we did get dessert. Normally, we'll get one and split, but I felt a little splurgy tonight because all of them looked good on the menu.
Yes.
And he is always down for a key lime pie. Anytime we go somewhere there's key lime pie, he's got to try it.
I'm kind of like a key lime pie snob in a way.
Yeah, he is.
And their key lime pie was really good. For my taste, I just wish it had a little bit more tartness. But now, like I said, when it comes to horseradish, I want it where it cleans my nose out. And same thing with like the key lime. I want it kind of where it's almost bitter,
Yeah.
Like it turns my mouth inside out.
Like your cheeks kind of.
Yeah.
Sour. Yeah. Pucker,
That's the way I like mine. But if you're just looking for a good balance, that was really good.
And I got the honey lemon cheesecake with the raspberry coulis sauce on the bottom part. And whenever they didn't really put a description of exactly how the cheesecake was going to come out, but it has a chocolate crust, which it all blended really well. Very good.
Yes.
So, but I between the two of ours, I liked his dessert a little bit more than mine.
Yeah. I do wish we could have got a sampler. Pick 3 and they just give you.
That would be a cool idea.
That would be a cool idea.
Have a dessert sampler platter.
Yeah.
I've never seen any restaurant that does that.
Because I really wanted to try wasn't it peanut butter pie they had?
It was peanut butter mousse, which sounded very intriguing.
Yeah, maybe.
You wanted me to get that. I know you did.
I thought it was real peanut butter pie.
They had creme brulee,
And I'm just not big on creme brulee.
No, we've done that before.
I don't know, it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's nothing that I really get excited about.
It's not a strong dessert, I would say, for you.
No, yeah, I mean, it kind of goes back to the whole key lime pie thing. It's just bland.
But yeah, overall, it was a great experience. Great, excuse me, great place to check out.
Yep.
If you're in the Hilton Head area.
Very cool atmosphere. It's kind of tucked away, so it's not right in all the hustle and bustle or like Harbor Town. It's not situated in that. It's kind of off the beaten path, but a lot of locals know about it. A lot of locals are eating there. So give it a try if you're in Hilton Head. You will not be disappointed, I can promise you.
Yeah.
So now we're fixing to head back to the airport and hop in a plane. It's about 6:30 right now, so the Rams and the Bengals are fixing to kick off, probably in about 7 minutes.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday. We will probably make it home, depending on the winds, maybe 8:15. Might be able to catch some of it, but I guess we'll see.
I'm ready to go to bed. Go Dogs!
Go Dogs, of course.
So we just landed back in Augusta, and what time is it?
Thanks for looking at the clock. It is 8:35.
8:35. So it took us, we probably left about 7, so it took us an hour 20 minutes, an hour 30 minutes to get back.
Yeah.
We're going to drive home, relieve my mom of 3 kids. Hopefully most of them's in bed.
Yes.
Getting ready for school.
Yep.
And we'll try and catch the ending of the Super Bowl and see who wins.
Yep.
All right. Catch you later.
Great.